I'll return with the classics after the start of the season in the summer break.
Fuck that, we'll do it now!
In many ways, 1981 set the course for what Formula One has become now. The first Concorde Agreement was set, politics took a lot of the stage, and I really can't do it justice with this description, so just go watch the season review or something. With Watkins Glen running out of money, the second US Grand Prix of the year and the last Grand Prix of the season was run in the parking lot at the Caesars Palace Hotel in Las Vegas. Appropriately named the Caesars Palace Grand Prix, it was to be the championship decider, with Jacques Lafitte, Carlos Reutemann, and Nelson Piquet all fighting for the title. The starters were Reutemann on the pole, followed by Alan Jones, Gilles Villeneuve, Piquet, Prost, and Watson. It can't possibly be as bad as people say it is, right?
The circuit has been christened in champagne, the skydivers have dived to deliver the race flags, and Paul Newman, the race director, yes, the Paul Newman...
You mean the Paul Newman?
The reigning world champion, Alan Jones, driving in what is almost certain to be his last Grand Prix.
Until such time as it isn't, of course. Take a look at this. Take a look at this and be glad that they built stuff over it.
This shot is from the roof of the hotel, looking down, which is, funnily enough, rather better than the grandstand seat. Probably the best place to watch the race from.
And that's how you know this track is bad. The extra ballast doesn't seem to faze Jones one bit. I wanna see your peacock, cock, your peacock, cock. Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? The 1981 Caesars Palace Grand Prix is go, and it's a good start by Villeneuve jumping into second, with Alan Jones falling back to fourth. And just past the first turn, there's already a substantial gap between first and second, so get ready for one of those. Patella, Cinderella, out goes Jahier and his Azella. No Villeneuve is good enough apparently, as Prost goes past Gilles. Try as we might, MSTF1 can never get away from these things. Jesus fucking Christ, how did Tambay keep his legs? Zanardi must be furiously jealous right now. Helios presence in this race ends as quickly as it began. See Patrese putting his arrows deep inside? Well, fuck that, let's watch Alan Jones. I'm seeing double, but I'm not seeing the same thing.
In spite of this flu, when John Watson came up to the start point this morning, there was liquid pouring out of every pore in his body. He really has a very nasty bout of some kind of trouble.
Quite a creative way of saying John Watson is sweating like a pig. Lafitte is really making sure he stays in the picture. See the cool graphics detailing the championship fight? Fuck that, let's watch the finish line. This cameraman is still more decisive than the strategy group.
He is an Italian-born American, has just had the bad news that he has lost the Indianapolis Grand Prix win of this year on a technicality.
The curse in full swing.
And now in sixth position, it is Carlos Reutemann, so Reutemann is up into the points.
Reutemann has this amazing ability of changing cars and teams in the middle of the race. Nelson, seu filho da puta, se for meter, mete metendo, porra! These camera angles are top-notch, NBC. Good job. This is third all the way to 9th place. This train is another level. This race really has been more than it was pointed out to be until now.
In fact, you can see that Reutemann, having to defend his position, has let a little bit of a gap grow.
Bless you.
Yeah, yes, isso. Mete, meu, mete, vai!
Reutemann is stunned. So stunned, in fact, that Andretti just went by right under our noses. Pihoni sure hasn't had much luck since we last saw him. Argentina should stick to kicking balls in touring cars because Formula 1 is clearly not for them. Hector Rebaque goes round, and luckily for him, the walls are too tall for me to clearly mock him. Piquet and Lafitte are going side by side into turn 1, but Piquet is clearly more important. Hey, Derek Warwick, I don't remember asking about you. Shock and awe as Villeneuve retires with an engine fire, just as he gets disqualified. Andretti, that fucking beast, goes past Piquet, and I'm not even mad. Okay, now I'm seeing triple. If you ever wanted to take out a team with one big puff, then now is your chance. Hector Rebaque spins around for the second time in this race. Man alive, does that look like a good place to waste my money and the rest of my miserable life in. Thanks for the reminder. I'm sure Giacomelli will find it very useful seeing as he's just gone off. Could there be a more spastic cameraman? Not a strange place to see that name in, right? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. That could have ended so badly.
Well, John Watson's retirement, Murray, means that Piquet has 50 points at this moment.
No, it means you're a dumbass. A snapping performance by Mario Andretti comes to an end as he retires with a rear suspension explosion. It's the little lion, and he hasn't taken himself out yet. They're still doing things to the car. Good effort, I guess. You people have no idea how much of a mess this is. How can you hate this man? He drives like perfection. And he's just so fucking smooth. Makes me... This track is as empty as the director's brain. It's like they're trying to play Where's Waldo.
There is only seating here. There's no standing room here. You can't watch the race unless you've got a grandstand seat.
Or you can watch it from the hotel roof. Or from the TV. Or watch an 18-year-old rip the race apart 35 years later. For the fuck of love, change the damn camera. Smooth.
Well, I think our viewers in Australia can put another measure in the glass and put another steak on the barbecue.
Slip another shrimp on the barbie for me.
This course, which is very demanding physically for the drivers, is also demanding from a transmission point of view for the cars.
And from a patience point of view from me, because things stopped happening. Speak of the devil, and it's just Jones slapping Pihoni. It's hopeless. I've never asked you for anything. Actually, I have, but never mind that. But anyway, don't come to Las Vegas, Bernie.
And Murray, can we just say a word about Derek Warwick, who's running 13th?
No. Finally found someone to focus on, and never mind, it's a Tyrrell. Come on, Carlos, do something. Help me over here. My God, you're such a fucking useless prick! Isso, meu salvador. Gosto de te ver, leãozinho, salvando minha vida, caralho. Of course, the cameras just continue to neglect all the good things. See Pihoni passing Reutemann? Fuck that, let's watch Lafitte in the pits.
Yes, some way to go indeed. Absolutely fascinating race, I'm sure you'll agree.
Fuck you. The Chancellor is back in the race, but what's the point? What's the point in this? What's the point of anything?
Carlos Reutemann, who has got an enormous following from the Argentine here at Las Vegas, who follow him about chanting Lole, Lole, Lole.
Lole. Lole. Lole.
Alan Jones, however, on his own admission, has suffered from brain fade.
Brain fade. Is that like when your brain disappears? 'Cause I would very much like that right now.
I'm taking a quick look at the lap chart and I see that Derek Warwick has disappeared off it. So Derek Warwick is out of the running in the Tolman.
Good riddance.
So that means to say he went out some time ago, as did Eliseo Salazar, as did Andrea De Cesaris, who we have already seen in the pits.
God damn it, Murray. Even I noticed the Chesney came back and I'm having a mental breakdown.
Well, while we have been reviewing things in general, the race has moved to its 69th lap.
69. Help me. Help me. Pihoni is unlapping himself. Oh, he's doing good. He's going fast. Salazar is unlapping himself too. He's doing good. Quick. PK is being very nice to him. I just think you're jumping the gun a little bit. It's over. Yes. Finally, it's over. Yes. It's over. It's over. It's over. Okay. So Alan Jones wins the 1981 Caesars Palace Grand Prix, followed by Alan Prost in second place and fucking Bruno Giacomelli in third after spinning down to 10th place. Now he came back to third. He's really fucking good. Why didn't you give him a seat at Ferrari? But none of that matters because the real star of this race is Nelson Piquet, the 1981 champion of the world and stuff. Play the music. Well, out of kayfabe now. Yes, I do admit that I exaggerated a lot of stuff in this episode, but I still stand by my opinion that this is the worst race I have ever seen in my life. The first half was alright, but the second one got very stale very quickly, and it wasn't so much the racing, but the camera directing that killed it to me. But these guys are just buffoons. Who hired these people? I mean, NBC can do so much better than this. It's too late to say anything really, but it just made the whole thing so much more painful than it should have been. And the track itself also, it's not really that bad, but it could be made much better with more space to do it. Well, anyway, like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more videos in the future. Share the video if it's not too much trouble for you. And thank you all very much for watching me. I will see you on the next race.
Bound, bound, bound and rebound, bound and you're up right next to the sky.